glorious. Let me see. Let me see what I got over here for y'all.
Good old chilly
We'll go
weekend.
back in the day on y'all real quick. See how y'all feel about this.
Oh, yeah.
Pull that out of the pocket for y'all. How y'all doing, man?
What is the deal? It's been a good day in sports. We got basketball around the corner as well. NBA. College basketball has already started. That's underway.
A little hoop.
Uh
I
huh.
don't like the way them headphones making my head sit.
Damn. College football is doing its thing right now.
Shout out to college football. How do you feel about what's going on in college football?
That shit is. I don't understand. You ain't gonna make it to the bowl championship. Good in this 2020. Surprising that the Steelers is good. I'm not really shocked because Big Ben is back. So, but you got the Bama still good. You got Clemson still good. It's funny to me how these teams are still going through all these losses and still maintaining.
So how do you feel about the Penn State? I mean not Penn State, but Ohio State thing with them catching COVID, not having a lot of games.
It's crazy because they even started late. With it,
Right.
Like they started late, so they're already missing. They like teams was already like 4 games deep, and then now they just have to take their L's. It's 2020.
Yeah.
What can you say? You got to take. I mean, if you don't have enough games to get to your championship, or even to contend in the playoff, like there's nobody. Like it's 2020. Everybody's taking an L.
And I feel like, so do you feel like at any case should a team be considered for the playoffs with that number of games played, with the suspect outing they had against Indiana, on top of the fact that it's just being based on the fact that it's Ohio State? Should they just be let into the playoff without
'Cause
having
then
much?
what do you do next year? Or like, okay, just say University of Miami gets good. Just because of their history and their legacy and everything that's going on in their past, you just let them in too.
Right.
Then their teams are gonna be doing that. They're gonna be pulling that card all over the country.
And see, that was like my main problem with that whole having them teams ranked without them actually having to play a game.
Exactly.
Because it just came down to it seeming like y'all are giving them a grade based off what they look like on paper and what they looked like last year instead of seeing them play.
Yeah.
So no, I'm not with that though. I've seen people talking about that, like, should the Big Ten change their rules on how they have everything set up to allow Ohio State to play in the conference championship game, having only played those 4 games? And I'm like, that's some bullshit. Like,
Nah, because then you're
that's
gonna have
some
to always
bullshit.
make exceptions for said team next year or going forward. Like, nah. Then all these schools with these high people in authority that's super smart, they're gonna find the fucking loophole every year and get their school in there. One year is gonna be fucking Harvard in there against Alabama.
For real.
Like, come on now.
Yeah, okay. Shout out to everybody that's tapped in, man. If you are tapped in, if you're not, go ahead and come on in. Let me see. What else was on my mind as far as sports? We saw LeBron and AD actually go ahead and get signed. Shout out to that happening.
Yes, sir. Well, LeBron got 85 for.
Or with the option for the 5th.
Okay.
So if he wants to do the typical NBA thing and, bow out because he's not happy at the end of his contract, he can do that. So
Shit, he still got LeBron for 2 of them, so he'll be all right.
yeah.
And then once he win 1 or 2 more championships, y'all gonna get somebody to come.
Yeah.
Come
And I
around.
think that's AD's thinking. I think that's how he's thinking specifically. Like, once LeBron's 2 years is up, this goes. I mean, it's already AD's team, but it's like, now it's officially.
Well, that shit is LeBron's team. Niggas don't move without LeBron.
And it's a short team because you get paid.
Yeah,
more.
that's cool. And
It gives
LeBron
you
can
the
say that
illusion.
all day to give you that confidence. Like, I'm not
Right.
mad at that, but we know it's LeBron's team because if you take LeBron.
Best basketball player on the planet right now is still LeBron James.
After 17 years, bro.
Yeah, even Giannis said it. The 2-time MVP just said, I can't be considered the best player in the world right now because LeBron James is still
He's
playing.
still playing
essentially.
basketball on his 18th year. Like,
Yeah.
Kobe wasn't playing like this on his 18th. Dirk wasn't playing like this on his 18th.
They was hurt.
Yeah.
They had the typical thing happening to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was happening at a frequent rate too because of the usage of those people. So that's why it's so surprising that LeBron isn't like completely yet, because it's like, damn, not only are you playing for damn near 20 years, but you play at a high rate for all through the playoffs as well. Like
all the play. So he went to the
on.
finals 10 years. That's the extra way. I think they broke it down one time. It was like extra 4 seasons or something that he's played all these on top of the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget about that too. So that's
played
what
more basketball than anybody on that team he's on right
exactly.
now. No matter who they have. So
combined, I bet.
Yeah, I'm happy they got them locked in, man. I'm happy with everybody that they've signed since the offseason has started with, that the transactions from Marc Gasol to Montrez to Schroeder. Mm-hmm. I'm happy with all of those pieces. So shout out to the Lake Show for that.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, I'm not mad at y'all for that. Only person I wanted them to go get, I wish they would have gotten either Trevor Ariza or Nicholas Batum, but I keep forgetting that we got Kyle Kuzma. And so, like, when I remember that we got Kyle Kuzma, I'm like, damn, we have a capable small forward already or a 3-and-D guy already coming off the bench.
Yeah.
So, I kind of tucked that away. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, Kuzma ain't bad. He young, too. So, I mean, you could probably go get Ariza.
Right. What they could have, but he already signed again. Or Melo. If Melo would have came, he wouldn't have necessarily been.
Where do you put Melo, though?
He'd have to come off the bench.
Where?
The 3.
After LeBron, what do you do with Kuzma then? Put him at the 2?
Yeah, you have to go Melo at the 4 then. So he'd have to come in
for AD.
Be like a small ball lineup like they had with Markeith. Well, Markeith is bigger than Melo, and he was at the 4 though. So that's a tough one though.
Jumper though.
Yeah, Melo got to stay in Portland. Shout out to you, Melo. I love you, bro, but you got to stay in Portland. It's like you good, bro. Like where you good, right where you at. Don't let them tell you.
I would have loved to see him go to LA.
I thought he was gonna do it. I thought him or Chris Paul was gonna end up there this year, but I guess
I was so shocked. First of all, when Chris Paul went to OKC, shocked. He stayed there, shocked. Then he got traded to Phoenix, super shocked. Like, oh, you cool with that? Yeah. No, y'all not going to the finals.
Nah. So apparently, Mr. Zion Williamson ain't gonna have a minutes restriction.
Nigga, that first rolled ankle, they gonna put that nigga on minutes. I guarantee.
My question about Zion is is he gonna lose any weight? I just don't think he's gonna be effective at that playing weight, bro.
Muscle though.
I know, but that's not needed for basketball.
He needs it right now. Like, ain't nobody bodying him around though. Think about when what's your boy? When Giannis came in. Remember how he looked? He looked like us. Nigga, he was skinny as shit.
Now I do for him and how he plays. Like, is he gonna be able to consistently?
But you ain't seen nobody push that nigga around though. He's snatching the ball out of 4 or 5-year vets' hands. He's dunking on 8-year vets. Like, come on now.
Yeah, but he did it for like 20 games.
It's not his fault.
20 games and he broke down. Like, that's what I'm saying. That's a lot. Think about like Larry Johnson and all that type of game. Like, he eventually had to change it because of his size and all that. He had to become more of a perimeter type of guy, shooting and all of that. Yeah. So I'm hoping that's incorporated. Yeah. I mean, Karl Malone was a big guy. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like it's unprecedented. You know what I'm saying?
Once he get his mid range, so he gonna
Charles Barkley.
Yeah, because think about it, all of them had a mid range and or sometimes a 3. I said Charles pulled 3s. Right. I didn't see Mailman pull 3s. So
Zion apparently was effective shooting. Yeah, so he wasn't bad at it either. So.
It's because it's an open shot. You got to respect it now. You can see that in college though, and in high school. It's like you gonna give him that shot, he gonna hit it. It ain't like a high school LeBron. He gonna clank that bitch or you know what I'm saying. He got a little jumper on him, but.
I'm interested to see how that goes though. They got a new coach out there. They got your boy.
New squad.
They got Big Crip signing out there. Shout out to Brandon Ingram. You know what I'm saying? Big Crip out there. So we're gonna see how that goes, man. So it was an interesting story up about Lupe Fiasco saying that fans will be required to get the COVID-19 vaccine to attend his concerts. That's a question for you. Are you getting the vaccine to attend his concerts?
Oh, not to see a Lupe. Nah, not to see Lupe. Okay. Yeah, you asking a lot already because some people are already just daily conversation around the neighborhood. People are already sometimes about the vaccine already. They don't know how to feel about it. So then you want them to come see Lupe Fiasco. Like, you ain't been a headliner since like what? 07, 08. Like nobody's out here checking for Lupe.
A vaccine, bro. Nah. Think about how wild that sounds.
This ain't a test, a COVID test or a temperature check. This is the whole vaccine, bro.
Exactly.
Nah.
And
Not to
something
see
that we
Lupe.
all ain't never had nothing to do with. Like nobody knows the effect of this completely.
nobody know how it's gonna
knows
turn
what can
out.
happen or
Not
none of
yet.
that. Like, so
Nah.
think about that for a second, bro.
Like I say, not to see Lupe fiasco.
Nah, so last week, the Chicago native shared an Instagram post featuring a CNET article with the headline, Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine will go into use in the UK next week, and revealed it will be required for his fans if they want to see him perform. Let's get it, he captioned the post. You will be required to be vaccinated to come to my concerts. That's from Oluwalu Fiasco himself, or whatever he called, whatever however you say his name. So I'm gonna be honest with you, as an avid Lupe fan over the years, I would never do no shit like this.
I was gonna say,
Well, if you don't get your ass out of here, I'm not getting vaccinated. I'm not doing that for nobody, for nothing, unless it's a requirement for me to live, and they telling me this is the only thing that's gonna save my life.
yeah.
No, I don't want to see you
Not to see
perform
Lupe.
kick push at 45 and have to get vaccinated to do it. No.
Niggas start flipping out in the crowd or something like that. You got a bad reaction to it all of a sudden.
You get a bond for that, Lupe.
Nah.
I'm not coming to see that. I'm not coming to get vaccinated. Like, how are they going to do it? Y'all going to inject me at the door, or do I just need to come with proof of vaccination?
Is he paying for all these vaccinations? Like, what's happening? How do we go about this?
I need y'all Lupe
get
fans
it.
to speak up for your boy, because, I knew I was one, but
Who are you talking to?
Anybody that's a Lupe fan.
That's what I'm saying. Who are you talking to though? Like, just talking to yourself, right?
Yeah, man, that's too heavy. Like, that's too much of a requirement for anybody. I'm sorry. Like, I'm just not doing that. Like, that's an optional thing that I could have made a choice for health reasons on, and you coming back to tell me that I gotta do this to come to your show. Man, if you don't get out of here.
Get your ass.
What's good, everybody in the chat? I see you, Flav. I see you, H. My brothers, what's the deal, man? Rock with y'all. Appreciate y'all being in here. Share that one time for your mind.
Hey,
Shout out to
matter of
everybody
fact,
listening on
yeah.
the Beast Radio as well. I'm sorry, I just mentioned that.
Yeah.
Shout out to
the
everybody.
Beast.
Yeah, man. Y'all check that out on the Beast Radio if y'all miss us here. That's thebeastradio.com. Duh, not the. We not speaking properly.
DA.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Rookie mistake, my boy.
I'm on it. I'm on it today.
Nah, man.
Wow.
But yeah, I'm not doing that. So, I'm not even gonna give you too much more talk, Lupe. We good on you.
But shout out to Lupe though for still doing shows.
Yeah, for real. I'm with you. I mean, I'm with the music. If you
I
got
honestly
it.
thought that, man. I think I asked you about homie a couple weeks ago. Like
Logan Paul? Logan
yeah,
Paul.
Logan Paul.
This is the fuckery that I don't like to see. Like, I don't like to see this. Like, I don't like to see this. Like, now you finna get your ass beat for nothing. You finna just get beat up for nothing, bro. It's not worth it, bro. Like, this isn't. It's not the same thing, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Like,
Nah.
you about to get beat up for nothing.
Floyd Money Mayweather's a whole different. I don't give a fuck how you feel about Money Mayweather. His fights is boring, all this. The object of boxing is not to get beat the fuck up, right? Not to get knocked out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Take the less amount of punches. And he does defense awesomely.
Yeah.
And we see what he did with Conor McGregor. And Conor McGregor is a far better fighter than Logan Paul
He's
will
a
ever will
yeah.
be. Like, you're not even, I'm not even to bullshit you. And we see how he handled that motherfucker.
Yeah.
McGregor was going for it. So Logan Paul, he's finna get his ass destroyed.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah, so I don't get this, bro. So basically, the retired former boxing champion will wear gloves again February 20th for a match against YouTube personality Logan Paul. Mayweather announced it on his Instagram.
Yeah.
According to the event's webpage, the bout will be streamed as pay-per-view. The first 1 million buys will cost $25. With the price increasing after that threshold is surpassed or the day gets closer. So it's $25 if you wanted the first, million people to get it. But if you're not, then you're going to pay $70. Starting February the 11th, which is roughly $5 cheaper than the price for the bout that just came on yesterday between Errol Spence and Danny Garcia.
You go. If you're having it at your house, put it in the comments. I'm gonna come through. You know what I'm saying? Maybe
My
do a
boy
live
sliding.
setup.
He gonna bring some brews and some
Yeah.
nachos.
Yeah, bring it. Might do a little live setup. You know what I'm talking about? Talk about it on the show. The Money Mayweather Logan Paul fight.
Man, listen.
I'm for it. I'm Team Mayweather.
Yeah, good. I'm good, bro.
I'm Team Mayweather all the way.
I'm good, bro. There's seasoned boxers that can't hit.
That boy 50
You're talking about one of the greatest boxers of all time.
Exactly.
That ain't really lost a step. Like, he's not retired because he got too old or he got beat up so bad he had to leave. He just retired because he wanted to retire.
He was beating everybody.
With Conor McGregor is an even bigger anomaly.
And that shit and said, fuck all.
Yeah, bro.
And McGregor gave him a good ass fight with the way he was attacking, but he still was out there just playing with that boy. Pause.
No, this ain't finna be good for Logan Paul. And you know, if it is, it's gonna start off slow. But I think this is just, I think this is Floyd getting back at him for beating up his homeboy because him and Nate Robinson pretty cool.
It's cool, yeah.
So this is all a part of that grand thing there. So it's gonna be interesting to see.
Now I'm gonna get in here and I'm gonna get the revenge for you.
All right.
Come on now.
Nah, man, I don't think it's supposed to be that.
But first and foremost, though, I will say big up to Logan Paul because he is getting check after check after check. You went from your little buzzsaw MMA career to fight Nate Robinson on the card of Tyson and Roy Jones. Now you finna be on the main event of your own shit fighting Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
You went from YouTube. Come on, Floyd. You have to big that dude up. Like,
yeah, come on, he's doing his thing and he's rapping now. I seen him in the studio with the baby and stuff for Vegas.
No,
we lit.
Stop. Keep it in the ring.
It's a lituation.
Keep it in the ring.
Bars. Come on the show, bro. Life Behind Bars. We can talk about your boxing career.
I'm missing that episode.
Flip it. See what kind of shoes you got on. It could be a sneaker episode. Flip it again. You be on a sports show.
Fucking we doing numbers.
Yeah. But no, shout out to him though for, you know, turning this into something more. Snoop said he gonna commentate the the match, so y'all get to see Snoop out there again getting to it.
I'm with it. I'm spending $25.
Come on, I know you will. Like, I'm not. Just give me the stream again, like we watched the last one.
I don't need my shit cutting out.
You could be jumping. I don't care. I'm good. I know what's gonna happen. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good, man. Another interesting story in boxing. If you were able to see it last night, my boy Errol Spence Jr. was dominant in the win in his bout. Shout out to him for that.
And I love the fact about Errol Spence. His last 2 fights have been in the in Arlington. Let's keep it a buck, but in the DFW Metroplex. So that's keep it at hometown. I mean, shit, you got Jerry's World. Why not? 100,000 people. I told you when I went to WrestleMania, they said it was like 110,000 people in there. That's a shitload of people
catching COVID.
Exactly. So you know what I'm saying? That's a dope factor for me.
Nah, that's his home now. Like, that's where that's you know what I'm saying. He's had 2-3 fights there?
I think.
He had 2 there, and then he had 1 at the Star.
Oh yeah,
he fought at the Star too.
I forgot about that.
So he's essentially a Jerry. You know, Jerry's gotten behind that.
Jerry's loving that. Come on, Errol.
He coming in winning fights too. On top of that, you can't really beat that, bro. So, pretty much he beat up on Danny Garcia. He beat him via unanimous decision.
Yep.
He was scored 117, 111, 116, 112, 116, 112 to retain his IBF and WBC welterweight belts. Like we say here in Arlington, Texas, out here in the good state of, the great state of. DAZN newscast scored the fight 119 to 109. So they had it even further apart than the judges did. But right from the start, Spence beat up on him.
Yeah.
Like, you know, jabs to the head and body, let him know he didn't have any, you know, ill will from the accident he had just had.
I was just gonna say
I'm not coming in here rusty.
Yeah, I didn't watch the fight, but I seen the highlights and shit like that. And then Errol looked like he was.
Yeah, by the 4th round, he was well in control of it.
Yeah, but it looked like he was right on his shit. Like he ain't missed a step.
Yeah, he was hitting him with the jab. He was also catching him with power shots, all that.
Right.
Shout out to everybody that went, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody who's watching.
I seen a bunch of the homies watching that went up there.
Man, I know it was lit, you know what I'm saying? Get to see somebody from.
I ain't see no niggas with masks on, though.
Nah, man, y'all stay COVID free out here if you can. It's rough out here, man. I just had to go get tested. I got tested, when was that? A couple days ago. I just felt the need to. Like, I feel like I'd be around a lot of people. So I was like, let me just go do this just to be doing it. But I was good, though. So I felt good about myself. Like, what I'm doing to keep myself COVID-free, it's working. So, you know, shout out to us. Because we be in the presence of a lot of people. So for us to be able to keep an environment, shout out to Mark, keeps the studio nice and clean for you. As soon as you leave out of here, everything gets wiped down. And so I don't know where y'all recording that, but we COVID-free over here, baby. But nah, man. But shout out to Errol. He's, you know, it's cool that he won that fight and the last ones that he's won, and I'm with all that, right? But let's get to the fight that people want to see. Like,
a lot of people say he needed to fight Garcia. He didn't need to, but they want to see Garcia against him. But I'm glad he got this out the way. So now we can get to what you're finna mention.
I want to see it. Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence. Let's do it.
How you think that's gonna turn out?
Oh, it's tough to say, bro.
Nah, fool. We already know that's gonna turn out.
Who you think gonna take that?
Errol gonna beat the brakes out that nigga.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God. What are you talking about?
Errol's gonna beat the brakes out that nigga.
Nah, I'm not doubting that he'll win. But beating the brakes off of a guy who's never lost, I'm sorry.
You gotta take that L one day.
Listen, man, and Crawford's
he just
bigger.
ain't what they tell you is somebody bigger and badder than you, and happen to be right in D-Town, Errol Spence.
You got to think about who we talking about, though, bro.
Yeah, no, I get it.
And wasn't no way he was ever gonna beat. That's just the narrative.
Pacquiao was supposed to beat
I don't be going for them narratives, bro.
But you gonna go against Crawford and Errol?
But the narrative for them isn't that Crawford is the inferior fighter. Like,
yeah,
I'm just saying. Like, I want to see it.
Yeah, I want to see it too. But it's gonna be I mean, it's not gonna be a slaughterhouse.
Like, they ranked 1 and 2. Crawford's ranked 1 and Spence is ranked 2.
Yeah, gonna get up on that boy.
We talking about 37-0 to 27-0. See what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I don't know, bro.
No, I feel you.
know.
That's why we do this.
Like the last guy they fought that was Kell Brook. Crawford got rid of that boy in 4 rounds. It took Spence the whole fight. You see what I'm saying? Like, it took Spence the whole fight to get rid of that boy. Crawford got rid of that man. One, Spence 2. And it's Ugas, then Virgil Ortiz. So Spence has pretty much cleared out everybody else on this list.
Yeah.
They both have. So
ain't nothing left.
Like, let's not do that. I know it's possible pays to see, but you gonna pay to see Errol Spence beat the pants off of Pacquiao?
Yeah.
Or you want to see him fight somebody that can at least give him a fight?
Let's just get it out the way, because you know you're gonna get hella paid.
Well, I was in the wrong. I'm sorry, Melissa. I was in the wrong chat because you over here going hard. Yeah, she said she thought Spence was fighting a little scared. Oh, they had the seat zip tied for social distancing. And she said that Terrence Crawford was there. Her son took a picture for him. I know you going for Spence against Crawford. I know you from Dallas. Like, y'all know, but that's not being reasonable. Like, I need people to understand. Go watch some of Crawford's fights, man. It'll be a lot tougher, but it'll be one of the greatest fights we've seen all year. I tell you that. I mean, in years, I tell you that much. So that's the one I'm waiting on. Maybe Lomachenko and Tank Davis.
Ugh.
You know what I'm saying? Give me that one.
With Lomachenko.
Give me that one. Yeah, give me that one.
But that's good. But Tank ain't no bitch though. Lomachenko just heard it. He just had surgery on something though.
He just lost because he got his ass beat.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I will say that he got his ass beat.
Let me see who else is in that division with him. Because that's like the little nigga division right there. So right now, the number 1 fighter in that division is Teofimo Lopez, 16-0, who just beat Lomachenko in the last fight, which is why he took number 1. They got Lomachenko second, and then Gervonta Davis is third with Devin Haney after that. Give me Devin Haney and Gervonta Davis then.
Come on,
they've been talking about it. They've been talking about it. So get that one on the docket. You know what I'm saying? Beat Anthony Joshua ass.
Ooh, you think so?
Yeah, bro, he a better fighter than Anthony Joshua. Like,
you think so? Wow.
Yeah, I think he is.
The
think he's a better
Gypsy
fighter.
King. I'm gonna say that's gonna be an even fight. I mean,
Only reason I say that is because of the way that he fought against Deontay Wilder, bro. Like,
yeah, but Deontay Wilder he ain't the same fighter as
know,
Joshua. Joshua to the Spanish homie.
Yes.
I think that was just him. Like,
come on, you can't do that in boxing,
yeah,
bro.
I know. I
You
think he was
can't.
just like, I'm gonna take it easy. I'm just waiting on Wilder. Slipped up. And
got
the whole
knocked out.
Buster Douglas effect.
Got his ass
Same
knocked
thing
out.
when we knocked out Tyson.
Now, mind you, he did come back and beat his ass.
Beat the brakes off them the second time. It's like I'm finna show the
But
world.
now that was what was most impressive for me with Wilder and the Gypsy King, because the second time Wilder got to come back and defend himself, he got his ass
beat again.
You see what I'm saying? And Wilder was considered the number one heavyweight in the division
Yeah.
between him and Joshua is second right now, but the Gypsy King is number one. They both lost one, so it's definitely a chance that it can happen again. I wonder who Wilder's. None of them have any fights scheduled up next. So in this division is Fury 1, Joshua 2, Wilder 3, Ruiz is 4th, which is wild. Alexander Povetkin is 5, Joseph Parker is 6, and then Luis Ortiz is 8th. I'm just looking at Dylan White is 9. So that division right there is pretty crucial. I'd like to see them get active again because they've been pretty dead since that last fight. Light heavyweights, Canelo Alvarez is 3 in that division. Number 1 is Arthur or Beater Beef from wherever. So yeah, good luck in that division. So just, interesting to see. I know we don't talk about boxing a lot, but I thought last night was a good segue back into the culture, man. We hadn't had any good matches outside of Nate Robinson getting his ass cleaned
and
up.
especially, and then we just had to watch the two old uncles fight. Like, I mean, but it was damn good to see Earl get back in there after
that Tyson Jones fight, you can call me later after that shit, man. I'm not
That
getting
shit
involved
was-
with that nonsense. I'm not watching two old men box like that.
Two husky Ninja Turtles running around, fucking some bullshit.
And now Evander Holyfield out here poking the bear. Like, man, don't nobody want to see Evander and Mike Tyson again, bro. Like,
and they even nah.
yeah, man, I don't know what's going on with the video. It looked like the video keeps freezing for the live. So if you're watching it, I don't know what's happening. Every time I look on here, it looked like it froze, but it may be back live. Yeah, it's froze again. I don't know what's happening. Okay, it looks like we all right. On and off again. It's just one of those things with technology, man.
Yeah.
I can imagine that it was a fashion show out there. You know what I'm saying? What you need to have is one of those people that have jewelry and diamond testers. And people who can tell you what's real and what's fake out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get those people out there at them fights and stuff, man. Like, that's what I want to see. But yeah, I was dying because I seen somebody with one of them posts talking about everybody with the minks and all that on, man. Like, if you got them, if it's cold enough to wear them, then do your thing. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't buy this shit for nothing. Fuck you, man.
Real talk, man. I'm not gonna knock you.
I'm
Do
finna
your
Frank
thing.
Lucas it out here in the
Listen, man, that's what it's
That's
for. You don't
bananas.
get a lot of chances to go to boxing matches, man. So if
Nah.
you get a chance to wear your mink, wear your mink,
I'm
okay?
gonna say you gotta think Errol only fighting a couple times a year,
Uh-huh.
maybe once or twice. Now he been the man, so
Right. That don't really change much for him.
yeah, he probably fight sometime in the middle of next year, and that'd be it. Like,
What's a fight that you would give me, like, your dream boxing match? Like, if you got to pick two boxers to fight, I don't care what division they in. If you got to pick the dream matchup right now, what's y'all's dream matchup, boxing matchup right now? If you got to pick any boxing match that y'all wanted to see in history, who would it be, y'all? Tell me what y'all think.
I want to see Floyd and Roy Jones, both at their prime. I know Roy Jones is heavier than Floyd, but I want to see that though.
That'd be crazy.
The defense, and when Roy Jones was on his shit, like that speed, the combos that he had, like Roy Jones was
He was
bananas.
one of the best boxers that ever
That's what I'm
lived.
saying. And then you got Floyd with the defense.
Yeah.
Like that'd have been. I'm with that. That's what I want to see.
Give me Tyson Ali, man.
Tyson.
Give me prime Tyson against prime Ali. I mean, Tyson at his prime and Ali at his pinnacle, not old Ali. I'm talking about Ali before he went to prison and they stripped him of his title and all that. Like, give me that.
Oh, you
Ali,
want Cassius
know what I'm
Clay?
saying? Yes, the one that was good on at every aspect of boxing. What made him the greatest? You know what I'm saying? Like, give
Cassius
me
gonna
that.
beat up on Mike though. I'ma say it.
Think so?
Yeah, Ali Cassius was too too smart. Mike going in trying to murder you. He was already bigger than half of the fighters out there. By the time he got to fight somebody that was either bigger than him, he already had the reputation of a fucking pit bull. So it's like, oh shit, what I get myself into?
I think my main thing would be just for that moment, because I think Tyson wouldn't need. If you don't knock Tyson out right away, he's not one of those boxers that like
his punches hurt.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to get rid of him to keep from like succumbing to those punches eventually. And that was like the main thing back in the day. It'd be like a lot of boxers could stay in the ring with Tyson if they could, but nobody teaches you how to take them body blows and them hits that he's throwing, because he's throwing for the kill for 12 rounds. Like, and he had a tough chin up until the latter part of his career. When you think about it,
except that nigga ran into Buster fucking Douglas.
Right. Yeah,
but you got to think that Ali fought George Foreman. And young George Foreman, he roped his ass. Yeah, so
but I think Foreman was a little bit different of him. Like Foreman was just an imposer. Like
Foreman was
he had
Tyson
to trap
before Tyson.
Yeah, but he was bigger. Tyson was an anomaly because he was small.
Because he was short too.
Yeah, so it was so weird to see. Like, you see him lock up with somebody bigger than him, and then like
you realize how his size.
Right,
like
but then you see suddenly the person just drop, and you be like, oh, what happened? Like that was all Mike Tyson fights. Like he lock in with you, and then an uppercut coming in, it's just be like, oh, he's out of there, and be like, oh, this fight is over. So it's a bunch of them, man. I'd like to see. I would put if I had a chance to see it, the Hagler Hearns. I would have loved to seen that. You talk about a slugfest. You know what I'm saying? Like I would have loved to have seen that. Yeah, like that would have been a fight. Like watching it on the highlights and all that shit, man, you don't really get what they was doing. Like that was one of the greatest boxing matches of all time. I was a big De La Hoya fan too, but that was just like my California roots. So I'd like to see De La Hoya slug it out with anybody.
I would never. I mean, I knew De La Hoya was a good fighter. I just was never no big fan of De La Hoya.
He just
That's how I feel about Pacquiao. Like I know Pacquiao can get out there and beat up on motherfuckers, and he will. But I just like I'm not cutting.
I think with De La Hoya, he was more of a he embodied that Mexican style of fighting.
Well,
just go in with your head down.
Busy, nigga.
Yeah, he wasn't afraid to. And that was like what shocked me when I used to watch De La Hoya. I would see his fights and like he would go in.
Him, Sugar Shane.
Yeah, I didn't think he was as aggressive as he was. So
I fuck with De La Hoya. I just wouldn't like. I'm not finna see this. I know I knew he could fight though.
Right.
I will say this though, real quick. These Denver Broncos is up on these Kansas City Chiefs 10-9 at halftime.
How is that happening? I saw the highlights. I need Tyreek Hill to get. I need
him to
get some money,
bro. It's just halftime. Wait till Patty warm up.
Yeah, that's strange. Rockets trade Russell Westbrook to the Wizards for John Wall. How you feel about that?
You didn't do nothing. You didn't trade nobody. You didn't do nothing. Honestly.
Let me post that too. Because I'm wondering.
You traded the same player.
Yeah.
Because what is John? I mean, besides coming off an injury, that's the X factor right there. I mean, you see all the videos of John Wall out here playing pickup, going through training, doing his thing, looking real good, explosive and everything. But I mean, you're not playing in the league.
Yeah.
You're not playing with the same guys bodying you. You're not taking these blows. You're not taking these elbows. You're not getting stepped on, pushed around and shit. And in these pickup games.
Yeah.
So I mean, but just like Russ, they're as fuck. I mean,
I think probably the only difference for Westbrook in this situation is he's with a player in Bill who needs the ball less than he did in Houston. So like you go back to playing with somebody like KD as opposed to playing because James Harden is a point guard. Like you call it what you want to call it.
Yeah.
He brings the ball up. He sets the offense. He led the league in assists a year ago. Like let's stop playing. James Harden plays point for the Houston Rockets. So it's gonna be hard for anybody who plays there.
He averaged a triple double for like what, 2-3 years, something like that.
They had to stagger him and Chris there because they played the same position. So I think that's gonna be tough for any point guard, any natural point guard to go there. But in to win.
But he will though.
I think they said this the first time that MVP has been traded 2 times since its MVP season. Like no MVP, it's never happened to an MVP right after his MVP seasons, like 2 seasons later. He's been
Because
traded
KD
twice.
was free agency.
Yeah, like no,
Okay, yeah.
They was like he's the first MVP to be traded twice after
Damn.
his MVP campaign.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's just that's a reputation thing he needs to kind of pick up on. Like I don't know what it is or disposable. Or
I don't think
whatever.
he's not in well, I mean, besides KD, he's never been in a situation that fit him.
Right.
When he go to the Rockets, that didn't fit. It was just cool because that was your homeboy, and people glorified that because that's your partner, and y'all gonna make it work. Like, nah, y'all both need the ball in there to be successful.
So what's the team setup that works best for somebody like Westbrook?
You gotta give me a minute on that one.
Like what does he need around? Like you know how if you gave LeBron in Miami. Or in any instance, you surround LeBron James with shooters, and allow him to space the floor, to drive, to kick and drive, to do what he does.
He's gonna need that. It's gonna be that type of situation.
So is that what it is? Because I don't think you can pair him with another player like James Harden or KD or LeBron, and it works that way. He has to be in control of the ball, and he has to be able to kick it out when he gets a chance
Just like
to do all that.
yeah.
So
LeBron does the same thing. He can get to the basket. Well, especially young LeBron. He's gonna get to the basket first, get in the paint, kick a basket.
Right.
Westbrook more, he's gonna get to the basket first and get the points, or he's gonna kick it out last second. So, like, I mean, if you give him shooters around him, I think that'll work. He'll go far.
So the Wizards general manager Tommy Shepard says having the opportunity to acquire a player of Russell's caliber and character was something that we cannot pass up when looking at both the immediate and long-term future of our team. With that said, the decision to part ways with John, one of the greatest players in franchise history, was extremely difficult. What he has meant to our organization and our community is immeasurable and will not be forgotten. While we're forgetting you, you won't be forgotten, my boy. See you on the way out.
Them type of statements be dumb as fuck to me. Like, fuck out of here.
Yeah, you traded me, bro. Be quiet.
How you gonna say that, baby? I love you to shell. I love you to hell, motherfucker. With all my heart, I want to keep doing this, but it's time to call it a quits.
I'm about to swap you out.
Yeah, I'm about to call it quits. Your food is good. You keep the house clean. You take care of all the bills, all that shit. But
gotta go.
Batista over here.
I got somebody else I want. That's what it is. Like I
that
love
does the
you.
same shit that you do.
I love you, girl, but I got somebody else. The only thing is, he rebounds a little bit better. Like that's it. So she takes the trash out.
I was just gonna say that she take the trash out. She still cook like you. She still clean up. She does everything, but she take the trash all the way to the curb.
This trade makes no sense to me. When I saw it, I didn't get excited. I was just like, "What is? Okay, cool. Y'all got the same problem." If I was James Harden, I'd be like, "All right, that didn't help y'all. I still want to leave this month. I still want to go. This doesn't make me want to stay. Would that make you want to stay?
No, you wouldn't got John Wall. And then there was reports out here saying that James Harden preferred to play with John Wall. Y'all better leave that man alone. Y'all out here just making stories.
Blood in the Crip.
Yeah.
I thought James Harden was a Crip. You know, Russ was a Crip. I thought they all enjoyed playing together. Get out of here, weirdos. Honey bun, and he said he gave him what did he say? He gave him a mirror, a watch. You know what I'm saying?
A fake mirror.
Yeah, hold on. I want to hear.
That's like $100,000 watch. That is crazy. That man James Harden gave me a Prada bag because he proud of me. He kept saying that every time somebody asked him.
And it's already hard as hell to hear that nigga talk as it is, man. Like, come on, bro. It's hard as hell to understand you talking. Like, why are you doing this to me? I can barely understand you as it is. But I thought that was funny as hell.
Proud of me. Boy.
Let me see. It got to be some way I can find this, man. Hold on. If I don't get it nowhere else.
Who gave these niggas money?
Shit, the record labels in the industry, man. You know how that goes.
That's
a whole lot of money at that.
A whole lot of money.
With the intentions of doing something like that. Hold on, let me see.
Full of honey bun. With a honey bun.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, shit done got serious, man. You hear me, man? I'm on the ground with a honey bun and a honey bun. You got two rich in Two rich in one day, man.
Yeah.
Hey, he brought me a Prada bag because he proud of me,
He
man.
gave me a Prada bag because he proud of me. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, man. Shout out to that, man. Happy birthday. I think he's like 26 or something like that. position. So.
Now,
Proud of him.
Prada.
Yeah.
That's a real friend.
All right, so let's see. Let's get into
You
some
know
of
you got
these.
money and you get your homeboy $100,000, nigga,
Because you proud of him.
because you proud of him.
Let me see. We'll start off with the bomb dropper. Giants beating the Seahawks today.
Ooh.
Say what y'all want to say about us, baby. We're going to get through these games quick, but this is the first one I'm touching, okay? 17-12, 5 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick.
Texas on
You know
Colt
what I'm saying? Give
McCoy.
you another bomb. We out here. New York Football Giants. For all y'all that don't understand, I don't know why.
You sound like a Cowboy fan. Don't go off your old.
Nah, I said New York Football Giants. That's what the name of
don't
the
go
team
off your
is.
old accomplishments.
The name is the New York Football Giants, bro. That's the name of the team, okay? Nothing's changed about that. Let me see here.
I hear the hype in your voice.
Shit, listen. We've won a Super Bowl since the internet has been created, so
Boy,
keep it thorough.
niggas will find any loophole when they win a
that's
Super Bowl.
Listen, it works. Wayne Gallman, 16 carries, 135 yards.
Ballin'.
Jeez, shout out to that boy.
Ballin'.
Chris Carson didn't do nothing. 13 carries, 65 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Russ rushed for 45 and threw for 263 and a touchdown, but it wasn't enough.
I'm glad I benched you this week, Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
You ain't dangerous.
Yeah, something's going on with that, man. Somebody need to check his vitals. Something's happening.
Somebody ain't proud of him.
But you know what though? And what I will say, not to gas nothing, if I'm gonna say what I'm most impressed by the Giants is the defense.
Mm-hmm.
Because regardless of the games we've lost, if you really look at those games, we've been in every game that we've played. So I'm not really mad at the defense. If the offense can catch up, then we'll be at least a serviceable team. I'm not looking.
I mean,
for us
y'all
to
really
win.
just getting back bits and pieces of y'all offense at the time,
Right,
though.
right.
I mean, y'all still ain't got y'all big dog.
Nah,
And
so-
then y'all second in command go out. What was wrong with Daniel Jones?
something
Hamstring?
with a hamstring.
Hamstring?
Yeah.
Okay, he'll be back in a couple weeks.
Right.
So, I mean,
I
y'all
was
be all right.
impressed. I was impressed with the defense, if nothing else. Like we can play defense. So.
I say though, if y'all finish out strong, it looks like y'all already gonna take the division and get y'all playoff. Wild card or whatever it's gonna be.
Depending on how these next couple games go, we still only up by a game, so we can fall in the same hole.
Let's be clear. The Cowboys got to play the
Eagles was
Ravens.
next. Yeah, the Cowboys do.
Got to play the Ravens with Lamar Jackson coming back.
Yeah,
We already seen the Cowboys defense is trash. All
super trash. Shout out to everybody watching, man. Y'all share this when you get a chance, man.
I say, well, how many games does the Redskins got? I forgot about them. The football team. My bad.
Yeah,
Washington.
I think they've
They've been playing some good football because didn't the quarterback just win 2 games coming back?
Yeah, but
What's his-
I know
Alex
Alex
Smith,
Smith.
there you go.
Yeah, I know Alex Smith won that game coming back, but they are 4-7, so they only a game behind.
Okay, so
Okay,
they the only
behind.
people y'all got to worry about. They are playing all right football.
Yeah,
though.
because the Cowboys 3-8, and they play the Ravens next, so they probably
Don't they got to play the Steelers too? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they play everybody in the division, so it's that type of time. So
Yikes.
I mean, if you know, looking at what the Giants have left on the schedule, let me see, man. Let me see.
The Cowboys. Let me see.
Because it just depends on who they have next to play. Like going through the next couple of games, I know we got Washington again. So left on our schedule, we got Arizona next. Then we play Cleveland. Then we play Baltimore. Then we play Dallas.
Okay.
So
The Cowboys got Baltimore, Cincinnati, which should be a win.
yeah.
49ers, that's up for grabs. The Eagles and the Giants.
Yeah,
Those 2 division games are always they can go either way.
Yeah, so it's definitely still up in the air, man, to see what it's gonna look like. But like I said, I'm not really looking for a playoff or bust right now. That's not really I'm not really interested in that narrative. So
If y'all keep playing that same ball y'all playing, y'all gonna do y'all thing. And that'll gonna give y'all confidence next year. Once y'all get that boy back, Shaquan back, and he gonna be like, oh shit, y'all kind of on y'all shit right now. Let me do this, y'all. So y'all gonna be looking good next year. I will say this though for the Cowboys, y'all got an old friend coming back to see y'all, old Dez.
yeah, see how that goes.
That don't mean shit, but it's just your boy coming back.
All right. So we got the Saints and the Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
Saints take that one 21-16.
Right.
Taysom Hill 232 and 2 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Matt Ryan 273 and a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Alvin Kamara had a great day on the game, 88
Always.
yards. Taysom Hill had 83 yards running. I mean, the Saints look like they got it going, man. Michael Thomas 9 catches, 105 yards. Like I don't.
Can't guard Mike.
Julio Jones 6 catches, 94 yards, no touchdowns as usual.
Mm-hmm.
Calvin Ridley 5 catches, 108 yards. So Saints is just trudging along, man.
So when you get rid of, because they said this is what Matt Ryan's last year, or in Atlanta maybe. So when that gets rid, do you keep Julio or do you let him? Do you set him free?
No, you keep Julio as long as you can.
Do you keep? I mean,
You keep Julio as long as you can, my brother.
I feel like you should set that man free, man. Let him go ahead and do something. He getting on the back end of his career. Granted, he's still dominant doing his thing, but it's kind of like y'all had y'all one chance. Y'all gave Tom that Super Bowl. You know, like y'all been whack ever since.
It depends on what they can get for him on the market too. Like what does
Matt Ryan?
Yeah, well, Matt Ryan, it's gonna be tough for either one of them because they both got huge contracts. Like
But the
huge.
motherfucker gonna give up some shit for Julio before they give it up for Matt.
Right.
Matty Ice.
So we got the Lions and the Bears.
Oh my.
5-7 Lions against the 5-7 Bears to determine who's weaker in that division. Matt Stafford, 402 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Mitch Trubisky, 267 and a touchdown. Mitch Trubisky is still playing football, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep. It's either him or Nick Foles.
So
Pick your poison.
You should be able to understand in America if you're not good at your job. Like,
No matter how good. Terrible.
Yeah, man. Let me see here. What else we got? I mean, this game was interesting. I'm mad because I was playing against somebody who had Jones Jr., the receiver from Detroit, and he had a great game. And then I had the running back Swift, but I found out he wasn't. They both go down. Goes. It looks like Allen Robinson had a decent game, but you know this was all Detroit. So shout out to them.
Man.
Next game we got is the Tennessee Titans versus Cleveland Browns.
I watched this game. This is I paid attention to this game. Shit, I was in there chilling.
How did it look on the screen?
It was all first half. Because in the second half they ended up with what 40? All it was a field goal. Yeah, they got 38 points real quick in the first quarter.
Oh wow!
In the first half, it was real quick, and Tennessee finally came back. They was holding Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry couldn't do shit. He was getting out bits and pieces here.
15 carries for 60 yards. That's
what I'm saying. He wasn't really doing shit, but Baker was going nuts. Yeah. And he had a damn good game. He was out there doing everything that he wanted to do. Pause.
Yeah,
like them boys ain't. I'm starting to see that actually getting to sit down and watch them. Like they're 9-3 for a reason now. You can tell Baker is comfortable in that system. The last, this is his third year. His first 2 years, he done had 2 different coaches, 2 different offensive coordinators. Now he's comfortable, knows what he's doing. Like he looks like he's good to go.
All right, give that man some time. You don't pick him that high for nothing. He seems like a feasible quarterback. The same way people was talking crazy about that man at first. You need to say, give him his props for doing what he's doing. 334 and 4 touchdowns.
Exactly.
No picks. Give him his roses, man.
Exactly. I hate to see Odell out too, just because I feel like they would have came along.
For real.
So I'm interested to see next year.
I mean, he had at least 10 different people catch a ball yesterday. I mean today. So.
Yeah. He was all over the place with it. I was watching that game. And then Nick Chubb was a fucking monster out there.
Yeah.
Kareem Hunt. He goes.
Right.
So
Davis, receiver for the Titans, had a big game, 11 catches, 182 yards and a touchdown.
That boy gets busy.
Yeah, and then AJ Brown was a little bit. I got AJ Brown on my team. I was hoping he had a better game, but whatever.
Corey Davis had a couple big receptions, yards after the catch and shit. So I did see that. Yeah, AJ Brown gets busy too. That boy, you have to put a helmet on him as soon as he catches that ball because
he got some dogs, man.
Yeah.
As far as
and then you gotta keep your eye on King Henry. Like that boy runs over you or stiff arm you into the turf.
Right. Next on the docket, Bengals and Dolphins. care about that. I'm gonna give you the quick run through of that because I don't care about either one of these teams. And the Dolphins are surprisingly better than I thought.
Yeah.
Tua Tagovailoa, 296 yards and a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Miles Gaskin, 21 carries, 90 yards. I got Mike Gesicki, the tight end, on my bench, bro, and he had a great game. I wish I would have started him, man.
Oh, no.
Yeah, man. Like, I wish I would have started him. But now I know. His last 2 games, he's been very impressive. Going into the playoffs, I can use you now, so that works. Giovanni Bernard for Cincinnati, 12 carries, 30 yards. Allen, Finley, both of the quarterbacks from Cincinnati had fairly basic games, so nothing really there to talk about. If you're a Bengals fan, it's tough to watch football. I complain as a Giants fan, but as a Bengals fan, you gotta feel like trash. Like, how are y'all even living over there? I hate to be so
y'all was
dramatic.
y'all was going in the right direction with Burrow, but now, oh well, kept the season off. You think you put Fitzmagic back in, or you keep that ride with Tua?
Nah, I keep Tua in there as long as he's winning. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he's winning,
it's not because of him though.
Still, you got to give him the reps. Like, it ain't gonna be magic. Lost and you yank him, but I think the physical ability and the upside probably is gonna always keep them having him in the game. Like, once you dedicate yourself to having somebody in, you got to keep with it. Vikings and Jaguars. Vikings win 27-24. They are currently 6-6. The Jaguars too. 1-11. Stop playing football. Got Mike Glennon out there throwing the ball. I ain't even gonna get too deep into this. And 305, 3 touchdowns for Kirk Cousins, 1 interception. Dalvin Cook, 32 carries, 120 yards.
32 carries. They was getting that boy hell. Jeez.
That's what you call it. 9 receptions, 121 yards,
that
and
boy
1 touchdown.
Busy rookie.
He is the first rookie to eclipse 1,000 yards in Minnesota since
in 12 games
since Randy Moss.
So
shout out to that man for that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him for that. Nothing on the other side for the Jaguars. You want to see what they did, you go look that up yourself. The Raiders beat the Jets, which isn't a surprise because the Jets don't win football games. They get paid to lose.
Bro, this was a scary game up until
31-28. Yeah.
4 minutes left. I think the Jets went up 28 with 24, 26, whatever they had. And then Carr came back, did his thing in them last couple minutes, boy.
Derek Carr, 381, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception.
They was even saying that those Jets might get their first win. But the tight end, Waller.
Yeah, he's the truth. He's the truth. You can say whatever you want about that team. You got to give that man his respect. That boy had 13 catches, 200 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Come on. And then the fact is, Derek Carr is going to throw to him.
Right.
He still gets busy. You can't tackle him.
Nope.
If you do, it's got to be half the team to tackle him. And then he's fast. And then he's going to catch it, and then he's going to run.
Yeah.
He's not putting them in no Jason Witten type shit to catch it and then turn around. No, he's putting them in full motion. Like,
people think you got to draft high to get people. Darren Waller is a 6'6", 255-pound tight end who was drafted in the 6th round for the 204th pick. Yeah. So you can find him if that's a credit to them in their draft room because they found that man and he came out doing what he was supposed to do. So we got the Colts and the Texans.
Yeah, they play today.
How do you feel about Deshaun Watson? I've heard a lot of talk about him being the second best quarterback in the league right now. How you feel about that?
I like Deshaun Watson. This year is kind of suspect because you took his main weapon from him on some bullshit.
Yeah, mid-season too.
That's not fair. You trade DeAndre Hopkins, like his boy, your golden child. Like, come on now, on some bullshit because you was mad at him or something. Like, so when he gets some better weapons and shit like that, they gonna have a better season next year. Now that they got rid of
his top receiver, just got kicked for performance enhancing drugs.
Fuller the fourth, So now it's like you just out there to the bare minimum.
He still had 2 receivers with 100 yards today.
Cooks and
Cootie and Hansen.
Cootie, yeah.
Cootie or AK 141 yards, and then Hansen had 101 yards. Cooks had 65, so he was dishing at 341 yards, no touchdowns.
While Hilton's been showing up.
Right, for real.
They brought him out the dead.
Let's see here. Next game up, we got the Chargers against the Cardinals. however you feel about that in your life. How you feel about the Cardinals, man? You think they're going to be a sufficient enough team? They seem to be having a rough patch here.
I say give him one more year. Give him one more year. Yeah, I think Kyler Murray, I mean, you could tell he knows how to use them, but he doesn't know how to use them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So just, you know what I'm saying, give him another year. They're doing the thing. You can tell they're going in the right direction. Give him another year. The offensive line, give him all that shit. Then he's super comfortable and all that. They're gonna be a problem next year.
Yeah, my takeaway from this game is that the Rams are a valuable threat to actually win the Super Bowl. And I didn't believe it at first.
I don't believe in them niggas.
I do, bro. They've been. Like, I feel like any team that's been knows what it takes to win it. So they have to take a different path to get here, but I think that they have enough. I think they got enough. In the NFC, you know what I'm saying? I feel like in the NFC right now, between them, the Packers, and the Saints,
they're gonna choke when they run into them Saints or them Packers, bro.
Depending
on where they gotta see it.
I mean, even though the refs help, but
depending on where they play them at.
Yeah, but I mean, shit. Jared Goff, 351 yards, a touchdown. He had a decent game today.
And if they go to Lambeau and play them Packers, then they definitely not winning out there because they're going to have to play them in the cold.
Yeah,
in the cold.
I mean, they made it. Yeah,
unless you another.
I think this is our last game too.
I got the Chargers and Colts.
Oh yeah,
I mean the Chargers and the Patriots.
We can tell you that, right? I can tell you exactly what's gonna happen in that one. But yeah, the Packers and the Eagles, which isn't really much to get into there either, because it was pretty much what you would expect.
I seen your boy caught a nice pass today. Mercedes Lewis.
Yeah, shout out to Mercedes Lewis.
Yeah, I seen your boy.
Still out here getting to it, man.
And when I seen it, I was like, I thought he retired. 30-yard pass, yeah. It was dope.
Packers beat up on these guys 30-16. They finally got Jalen Hurts in there, and by God, my boy threw a touchdown and got an interception, but he threw a touchdown.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, my brother.
Yeah.
Shout out to you. Get
Carson
that man in there.
Broken.
Yeah, 79 yards. He wasn't doing nothing in there either.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers was amazing, 295 for 3 touchdowns. Aaron Jones, 15 carries, 130 yards. Devontae Adams, 10 catches, 121 yards, 2 touchdowns. You see what happened there.
There's nothing new.
Yeah, and then we got that Patriots. We'll drop a bomb and a horn because they just beat the shit out of the Chargers. That wasn't even, it was 45-0. Like this is the anomaly that is the Patriots. They come out and look suspect for games, and then they come out and have a game like this where you be like, damn, Cam Newton must have threw for 300 yards. Nope. That boy was 12-19 for 69 yards and a touchdown. Like, come on. He ran for 48 yards. Wow. I don't know what they're doing out there.
What in the fuck?
That boy didn't have nothing to do with this
68, what'd you say? How many yards?
69.
Wow.
12-19, 69 yards and a touchdown for Killer Cam Newton, baby. On the other end, Herbert, 209 yards, 2 interceptions. It was a defensive.
How the fuck did it get to 45 then? If you got 69 yards.
Let's see. The defense scored. Let me see. Because the defense had to score. I don't know. I believe that the defense scored though. Like they rushed for 2 touchdowns. Cam threw for Stidham threw for a touchdown too.
Oh shit.
So they threw for 2 and rushed for 2, and then the defense had to have scored because I don't see any other way where that was possible. So
wow.
Yeah, man. Like, yeah, that's Killer Cam right now for you, man. So. The only other games that we got are the games that's coming up. So we have let me go back here before we get out of here. I'll just, if you probably already know if you watch enough football, so I don't got to tell y'all niggas.
Denver is 10 right now in the third quarter, 4 minutes and 46 seconds. Kansas City is got 12-10. Kansas City.
Come on, Tyreek Hill. I got you on my team for a reason.
10-1 Kansas City Chiefs against the 4-7 Denver Broncos.
And then tomorrow we have the Washington football team against the Steelers. And then we have the Bills against the 49ers after that game.
It's going to be lit these next 3 days.
Yeah, Tuesday we got the Cowboys and the Ravens. So that gives y'all Cowboys fans something to be mad and talk about every day. List.
Hey.
Shout out to my guy RT as well.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Mark for helping us out.
Yes,
Clark,
sir.
I know I can't think of old boy's name, so I'll let you take care of your
shout out to man real quick, your boy Rollo. If you know him, D-Town's own. Great interview with that brother right there, man. Yeah. Check that out. I got that coming, so be on the lookout.
Yeah, man, y'all got the 2 things happening, man. So
yes, sir.
Tune in, lock in, join in. We'll talk to y'all another time, man. In the meantime,
it's all over.
From the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the fuck he wants.
Y'all have a good one.